Hello and welcome to Lit Sahitya. So this is the 17th video of our video series English Literature through MCQs, and without wasting any time, let us get started. Question number 1. Which of the following is an example of a Bildungsroman, a novel that depicts the growth and development of a young protagonist? Option A. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Option B. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Option C. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Or option D. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Any guesses? And the right answer is option A. Option A. Jane Eyre. Alright. So, a Bildungsroman is a novel that traces the psychological and moral maturation of a young protagonist from childhood to adulthood. Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte is a classic example of this genre, as it follows the life of Jane from her orphaned childhood to her love affair with Mr. Rochester. Alright, so moving ahead with the next question. What is the term used to describe a literary device that involves a discrepancy between what is expected and what actually happens? Option A. Irony. Option B. Paradox. Option C. Oxymoron. Or option D. Metaphor. So this is an easy one. Any guesses? And the right answer is option A. Irony. So irony is a literary device that creates a contrast between what is expected and what actually happens. There are different types of irony, such as verbal irony, when someone says something that contradicts their true meaning; situational irony, when something happens that contradicts the expectations of the characters or the audience; and dramatic irony. Dramatic ironies is when the audience knows something that the characters do not. Alright, so moving ahead. Question number 3. Which of the following is not a sonnet form? Option A. Petrarchan. Option B. Shakespearean. Option C. Spenserian. Or option D. Miltonic. This is also an easy one. Any guesses? It is option D. Miltonic. Okay. So a sonnet is a 14-line poem that usually follows a specific rhyme scheme and structure. There are three main types of sonnets: Petrarchan or Italian, Shakespearean or the English sonnet, and Spenserian. Miltonic is not a sonnet form, but a term used to describe the style and themes of John Milton's epic poem. Alright, so moving ahead with the fourth question. Who wrote the dystopian novel Brave New World, set in a futuristic society where people are genetically engineered and conditioned? Option A. George Orwell. Option B. Aldous Huxley. And option C. Ray Bradbury. Or option D. Kurt Vonnegut. And the right answer is, of course, option B. Aldous Huxley. Yes. So Aldous Huxley wrote Brave New World in 1932 as a satire of the utopian novels of the time. He depicted a world where human beings are mass produced and manipulated by a totalitarian state, and where happiness is achieved through drugs and consumerism. Right? So moving ahead with the last question of today's video. Which of these which of these authors, which of these authors were born in India? Option A. Rudyard Kipling, option B, Salman Rushdie, option C, Arundhati Roy, and option D, all of the above. The right answer is option D, all of the above. So all the above authors were born in India but have a different background and influences. Rudyard Kipling was born in Bombay in 1865 during the British Raj and wrote stories and poems about colonial India such as The Jungle Book and Kim. Salman Rushdie was born in Bombay in 1947, shortly before India's independence, and wrote novels that blend realism and magic, such as Midnight's Children and The Satanic Verses. Arundhati Roy, on the other hand, was born in Shillong in 1961 and wrote the Booker Prize winning novel God of the Small Things, which explores the social and political issues of post colonial India. So, this was all about today's video. If you have liked this video, please subscribe to our channel and also like this video. And thank you very much for watching.